Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Gets some blocks. Can he make it? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. Wow, kick return for a touchdown in the national championship game. This place has come unhinged.
You know, we get so caught up in offense and defense, sometimes people like to overlook the importance of special teams. Here's a great reminder. Big-time blocks up front, and the speed of the return man, he takes it all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Gonna run it. It's low. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job on the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He'll toss it to the back, running past the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Tries the right with a quick throw. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They've got him down out near the 40.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Back to pass. It's Brown. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
2nd down and goal upcoming. Quarterback keeps the football, and they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Look at a throw on 3rd and goal. And the ball is knocked loose. Who's got it? The offense recovers it. They maintain possession but lose a bunch of yards.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security. I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Important 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes a quick catch. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the handoff again. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
You don't see that called too often, but you see it called here.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. And he makes it. Wow, from 55 yards out.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Returner decides to fair catch this. First down here for this offense. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Chris, I don't know if it's the height of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
It's a solid game to pick up the first down in what will be likely the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 13, Ohio State 0.
The Buckeyes keep the football on the move. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A quick throw out left, complete. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Dixon. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
Here's the second down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. Man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
There's a 1st and 10 play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And And they'll give it to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Tackle is made at the 44-yard line. Brings up third down.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Looking to throw. It's Brown. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return.
And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? Touchdown, Ole Miss. The defense adds 6 points. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. After the PAT, the lead is 20. Now they get set to kick it away.
20, Ohio State.
And the fair catch, signal for and take it. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Pressure is coming. And that's incomplete, even on a 1st down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He breaks free. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
They'll kick it away here. Running it back. It's Graves. Oh, and he's got some space here. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Caught in the flat by the running back. Breaking ankles with the spin move. Eventually taken down, but how about the spin move that earned him 1st down yardage?
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
And the Rebels are in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Goes down after making the grab. That's not going to be enough for a 1st down.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Snags the quick throw. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. Touchdown, Rebels. Still no answer for this offense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And the single back takes the handoff.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Catch made on the right side. Breaks loose at the 45. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Keeping it on the ground here. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On the run, it's Dixon. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32. The Buckeyes come to the line in their hurry up. And there's the handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. No huddle here for the offense. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Grab behind the line, it's Dixon. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Tight end makes the grab. Makes the grab, but doesn't get much. Is going to be ruled down short of the marker. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he scores. Touchdown, Ohio State. Let's see if this scorecard can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Yeah, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's up and good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. It's a draw play. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Brown. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Rebels will kick this away to begin the second half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. State offense comes back onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He hands it to the back, and the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. He's found some room at the 45. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
First down. Looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. In the clear at the 25. The senior calls his own number. Picks up the first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. The 30 at the 20. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
Point after, up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's low. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
What a simple read and a simple throw for the quarterback. You want to give me the running back sliding out of the backfield? No problem. I'll take that. Let him do the work after the catch.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not much on the return. Tackle at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
They're going to run it here. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quick throw. The catch is made. Gets into space at the 50. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
2nd down play coming up. And here's the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Sending the back in motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Toss play to the outside. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Rebels. And the beatdown continues.
This is just a great job by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, seeing a weakness from the defense, taking advantage of the lack of numbers, using the design QB run, and putting 6 on the board.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. They'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Running out of time in the pocket. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, here we are in the National Championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game, but how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 41, Ohio State 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. It's a run. Running back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
This is good pressure by the defense, and it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. He's going to try to return the punt. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Pitches to the back. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
They make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off with some nice positive yards.
Getting set. Here's second down. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Good enough for first down yardage.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. They've got him behind the line. The option fools no one.
Well, the defense did a great job of mirroring the runner that time. Nowhere to go. Big loss in the game. They walled him off perfectly, brought him down before he could get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And he throws the ball out of bounds. They're smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And that one's picked off. What a play. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. They've got him down out near the 40. Second down after that run on the previous play. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Picks up 1. Brings up third down.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. They'll work the clock here with the running game. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
That's a pretty good effort by this defense to come up with that loss. Let's face it, it's been a really long game for these guys, but I love that they've not given up and they're still out there fighting.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team able to bring him down.
And for Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for some space. It's Dixon. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Okay, ready?
How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
Flip. Easy.
Handoff on a single back formation. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
He's brought down out at the 46.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up a critical third down play. And they pick up the first on the ground. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And that's a solid game before the defense is able to bring him down.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the National Championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. An inside give now from the shotgun. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. Say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes